What's up, people? Can you it should be live, right? It should be live. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Let's see if I can get these chats back in. People, YouTube, good evening, good evening. How is everyone? Hope everyone having a wonderful week. Wanted to jump on here this evening on Darling Wilkins. Hello, hey, how are you? Good evening. Hey T, good evening. How are you? Um Guys, can you do me a favor? Can you please bring me that cap over there that's sitting on the thing? Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good evening, Coach Leslie. How are you? So my cap that's over there. Can you please pass it for me? Thank you very much. Hey guys, so I wanted to jump on here this evening. Quick conversation. Shouldn't be a long video. Talking about Mr. 81 this evening, Antonio Brown down in Tampa. So I wanted to touch base, put my spin on it, give my opinion on it because I've been watching this guy for so many years. As a football fan, I like the way he played. The guy's good. You got to give him his credit. It's just Tampa Bay released him. Tampa Bay Buccaneers said this evening that they released him. They said he was done on Sunday, and this evening they said they released him. So that's it for him. Where does his career go from here? I have no idea. But I am telling you, I was watching the game on Sunday when the Jets had the ball, and when they passed the ball over to Brady, when Antonio exited the game, it was in the third quarter. It was in the third quarter. They were losing. They were down about 10-24. But then, he came out, run through the end zone, took his gears off, throw everything off, throw his shirt in the stand. And I'm like, man, what's going on with that guy? Why did he do that? So I'm looking at it like, man, you're going into the fourth quarter. You got Brady on your side. Why would you be doing something like that? So I'm looking at the offense, and I'm looking at the momentum. When the fourth quarter came, they had the momentum going. They were going downfield. Like I said, they were down, 20-24 at this time. And they actually won the game at the end. Only 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. And then Grayson got a touch from a catch from Brady, 15 seconds to go. So I'm like, with that. But the question this evening, I just want to talk about Antonio Brown and what's going on with him down there in Tampa and why did they get rid of him? What do you think? How do you think this is affecting him? Because this guy has his stuff over the years, his problems over the years as far as football is concerned, personally, public football. For me, I like the fact that we won down in Tampa. I'm a Bucs fan. You guys know I grew up down there. Sorry, Jets fans, it's what it is. It's football. But let me give you a little bit of backstory about this guy. For those who don't watch football, he used to be playing he used to play for the Steelers. From 2010 to like 18, he played for the Steelers. The guy is good. He did 100 catches. For the Pittsburgh Steelers. He makes it look easy. If you throw the ball his direction, he's gonna get it. So you don't have to worry much about him. Then he had some issues going on with the Steelers where he was benched. He was benched back in 2018 when he was playing with the Steelers. So I'm like, man, this guy was pretty good first few years of his career. And then all of a sudden things start to float around. Now, why he was benched for the Steelers wasn't said. Mike Tomlin at the time, Mike Tomlin, which is a Pittsburgh Steelers coach, he said injury and lack of information. People on the streets were saying that, he threw a ball at Big Ben, which was their quarterback, and because he did not get the team MVP. Who knows? Like I said, he had some problems in the Steelers, and that was the reason why they wanted to trade him. Now, hey guys, how are you? Lisa Lyons, take off your jacket, be comfortable. I'm comfortable, Lisa. Look at me. I am really comfortable. I'm feeling real nice. The reason why I brought the jacket in is I'm thinking of this guy, Antonio Brown down in Tampa. Because when they get the contracts, right? The NFL contracts, they normally put the cap on with the suit and they make it look good. So I'm here this evening. That's the reason why I got the suit on. So don't feel I'm comfortable. Don't get it wrong. I'm comfortable. Thanks for checking in though, Lisa. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm here comfortable. Hey, yeah, guys. So what I was saying was with Antonio Brown, he had that issue, with Big Ben over at the Steelers. So they had to get rid of him. They pushed him out and they got him traded. I think it was to the Bills. Yeah, they traded him to the Bills. I'm going to also put a link here, guys, in the chat while I'm giving you this backstory real fast, so we can catch up. So see if I can drop the link in. So anyone want to jump on can jump on in here and be a part of today's chat. Especially if you guys watch football. If you don't watch football, it's still you can jump in because the questions I'm going to be asking. So my link is in there. I think it's in there. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, can I pin it? It's a good question. I can't pin it, guys. I can't pin it. So it's in there. It's in the box. It's in the box, guys. Lasha Jones, good evening. How are you? So yeah. So as I was saying, back then they moved him from the Steeler. The Steeler traded him, and then he went to the Bills. Like I said, this guy has issues here and there, and then from the Bills he only spent like one season back in 19, and he went to the Patriot. Now Brady at the time was still a quarterback for the Patriot, so he was at the Patriot with Belichick. And like I said, the guy is good because if they take a chance with him with all the problems he had in the past at Pittsburgh, and they found guilty of reckless driving and all this other issue that went on back in 2019, and they took a chance with him, the helmet issue, then you know how good this guy is. So he's really good. And like I said, I like watching him. I give him all the credit in the world. If you throw the ball, he's going to get it. So you don't have to worry. After he went to the Patriot, then he had some issues also. At the Patriot, because they had to release him because of the whole sexual misconduct. And then after they talked to him about it, he sent out some threatening text message allegedly, to some girl that at the time back in 19, and the Patriot got rid of him because Belichick doesn't play that stuff. Of course, now he came down to Tampa. Because Brady thought of how good he was, and Brady have a little bit more talk, I think, in Tampa. So they got him down to Tampa. He played good. He went to Super Bowl. You guys know he won, with Tampa. So he was excited. He came in, get an opportunity to do what he needed to do. And he went in with the 8-game suspension also for personal conduct. So there's all these small problems or big problems. I don't know how you guys define them, that goes one after another after another. And I think this is the reason why they probably got rid of him right now, out of Tampa, because immediately when he took off his stuff and started throwing everything out, then everyone was like, what was going on? What was going on? Now, today we're reading and we're reporting and we're looking at some of the stuff he's saying. Antonio Brown, he's like, listen, he did not give up on his team. He rolled out a tweet today. He said he loves his Bucs fan. He really do. He love it, his teammate, and everyone that showed him grace and believe in him. Because after all of this stuff, they gave him an opportunity, with everything on the field. But he's also saying what the organizations are doing, they need to clean up. They don't understand, how they're publicly claiming something about mental health, and at the same time they're doing something different in private. So he said he have a surgery as far as his ankle is concerned. So this is his side of it. And so this is, Lisa says one. So this is what Lisa Lyons said, Florida sucks. Sorry. Really, Lisa? Come on, Lisa. You live down in Florida. So this is where I'm at this evening with this guy. So like I said, I got my link in the chat. You guys can reach in, let me know what you guys feel, how you guys feel about this whole Tampa thing going on, because Brown, like I said, he had a pretty good career. He's 33. He can't play football forever. He won his Super Bowl down in Tampa. He was only 28 catches, 255 yards and like 3 touchdowns away from the $2 million, incentive bonus that Tampa had agreed with him on. So it seems like, I don't know if he forfeited that or if he can prove that he was actually injured. And then they're saying, hey, you need to still play, because that's what he's saying. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this guy's on. Like I said, he has a long history of problems in the NFL, and I don't know if this is what makes it so easy for them to cut him. Do you guys think mental health is a problem as far as this case is concerned or not? Because remember, if should any team pick him up? And that's the question I'm going to ask. Should any team pick him up after this incident in Tampa? After all the incidents that happened up to this point, should any team pick him up going forward? Because look at Colin Kaepernick. You guys remember Colin Kaepernick? All he did was took a knee. He took a knee that he didn't believe in something. And then what happened? He's out of the NFL. His career came to an end. But like I said, this guy is pretty good. So let me see some of the comments that you guys are saying here. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Lisa, I used to love football. Now lately I'm not too good with it. Okay. Avatar Brawl Star says, "What are you talking about today?" Today, I'm talking about Antonio Brown. As you can see, I'm talking about Antonio Brown. What's going on with him down in Tampa? Do you think? Are you listening to what's going on? Are you hearing what's going on with him? So I'm asking, should any team pick him up after this incident down in Tampa? Because, like I said, I'm reading, and he's saying that he's injured or he was injured. He was on the sideline. His coach know he was injured. Ayers know he was injured. Ayers said he doesn't know he was injured at the press conference. But Antonio Brown is saying the coach knew I was injured. It was documented. Medical team knew he was injured. But then at the same time, they're saying, hey, come out and play. And he's saying he's injured, and they're saying if you don't play, you're done. That's what he claims. That's what he said in his message. His alleged message that they want him to play, and he's injured. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I get it that some of us are going to be not so happy about it because, of course, you can't push people like animal to go out there and play. If they're injured, they're injured. Hey, guys, like I said, I put the link in the chat. Anyone want to jump on here, have the conversation with me, let me know. Come on, come on up. Come on up, jump in. We can definitely have this conversation. Do you think any team should pick him up going forward, or do you think he's done after all of the history of problems that he has have over the years? Rashida said, "Be safe." Avatar Broadstar said, "I haven't watched football in years." Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else you guys are saying in the comment. Yes, I'm with Eagle Divas. Look up. Okay, that's not for me. What do you guys think, guys? Let me know. Do you guys think his career is over? His career might be over with Tampa. Do you guys think his career is over in the NFL? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I put the link in the box just in case you guys want to jump on here and let me know how it. There was a really interesting game though. You guys should have seen it. Fernando Mosqueda says, depending on his MS. Okay. Fernando, jump in the chat, man. Jump in the chat and let's have a conversation about this. But yeah, so depending on his MRI, yeah, because he said he was injured. So if he was injured, he's injured. He can't play. And that's what he was saying. So depending on his MRI, I definitely agree that his career should not be done. He's done in Tampa, but who else will take a chance with him? This guy has, like I said, a good amount of issues over the years. The benching with the Steelers, the throwing ball at Big Ben, the found guilty of the reckless driving that has nothing to do with the NFL in some cases, the trading, the helmet issue. He was released by the Patriot because misconduct, sexual misconduct outside of the team. And then the 8-game suspension. I mean, the list goes on and on. The Bucs took a chance and signed him and pick him up back in 2020. You remember he also had the fake suspension card in 2021, I think. So he had the vaccine card. I'm sorry, not the suspension card, the vaccine card. So he had the fake vaccine card. They forgive him for that, and then he went out and started swinging after everybody. What up, Fernando?
What up, Jason? Yeah, no, Antonio Brown had the craziest story.
He does have the crazy story.
Yeah, after like getting traded to the Bills and him saying, "No, I'm not playing there." It
Yeah,
gets like makes the trade gets canceled, then goes to Oakland, has like all the diva stunts, like he freezes his feet on his own.
sure.
Like they had already told him like 2 years prior that he couldn't wear a helmet, and he was like, "All right, I'm not playing because of this helmet." Uh,
Yeah,
then gets into arguments with John Gruden. After he, like, begged to get, like, the insane contract, he posts on Instagram, "Free me," which made
yeah,
no sense, so never plays a game for the Raiders.
that
Goes
was crazy.
Yeah, goes to signs with the Patriots, like, the next week, like, balls out for 3 games, and then has the, like, I think the sexual, like, assault charge,
Yeah,
and
he had a sexual assault charge that really messed him up
that got
in the
him, like,
Patriots.
released.
Yeah.
But then after he got released, he was still going crazy. I remember, like, he had, like, a moving company incident. I think he didn't wanna pay the
Yes.
driver and then tried, like,
Hmm.
stealing his stuff off the truck and, like, ended up
Hmm.
damaging his truck. Remember
Okay.
that was another stint. And then he just went off the well, like, everybody stopped talking about him till he just got signed to Tampa Bay last year. I
You can't deny that the guy's talented. That
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
like, you can know because everyone this year was just, like, finally starting to forget about, like, the
Sure.
crazy stints he had, like, like just starting to talk about like, oh, he's actually still good now. As soon as
Mm-hmm.
that sort of happened, he just goes crazy and just leaves the field.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So, but I think it's the way he did it, Fernando, down in
Yeah,
Tampa. It's the way he took off the gears and started throwing them. It's the way he started throwing like his shirt in the stand. And then he started with his hands up in the air and start walking across the end zone and then head on into the tunnel. I mean, I was watching the game and I'm just sitting, I'm like, man, what is going on? I was lost for words just looking at it. But then again, I said, this is Antonio Brown. You don't know
yeah,
what to
it's
expect
like
with this guy.
2 minutes left of the game. Like,
Two
Tom
minutes.
Brady's about to go for a game-winning drive, and you just see
Mm-hmm.
him running off the field. But, I don't know if you saw Bruce Arians' statement. I mean, it seemed a little, like, too sketchy just because
I
it
think so
seemed
too.
like too PR, like,
I
too
think so
PR
too.
perfect.
I
Like,
think so
I
too.
mean, I don't know, it seems, like, weird. Like, so at first I thought, they weren't trying to let him play, like, to rest
Sure.
him.
Okay.
But like I thought at first, like he got pissed because like I mean he had a 2 million, like he had 2 million up in the air to like to play for,
Okay.
but he apparently he didn't want to play,
Mm-hmm.
because he says he's injured. So Bruce
Okay.
Arians goes like, all right, you're playing or you're cut, and he goes, all right, I'm not playing. So apparently he was already cut that game,
Sure.
so that's why he said I'm gone. Like
He's gone.
I'm not staying for this anymore. Like I'm not even on the team anymore.
Wow. Well, I think he's looking at the best
Yeah.
interests, of himself because he said, according to him, he's injured, and he
Mhm.
said, I think he went to the doctor Monday, and they
Yeah,
said they could actually see
apparently
some
he's gonna
stuff in
need
his
injury
ankle.
and apparently he's gonna need surgery.
Yeah, apparently he's gonna need surgery until next year. Here is the avatar is saying I I haven't heard of Antonio Brown before, but
Yeah.
didn't actually know him, or I have. Yeah, I've heard of Antonio Brown before, but didn't actually know him. The guy is good. The avatar, this guy is really good. I mean, watching this guy play is just one of those things that you're not gonna see, for years to come because as long as you put the ball, he's fast. And his
Yeah.
hands are, it kind of reminded me of Odell Beckham Jr. back when he was playing for the Giants. You remember that guy, how well he was, and
Mhm.
how good he was doing, and then all of a sudden he just kind of fall back. But this guy is really good. But what happened with him? What do you think they're gonna do with him, Tampa? Do you think his career is over? Do you think
Alright, so Tampa, like, officially released him today.
okay.
He's,
So
like,
definitely
officially
he's
released
done.
from Tampa, so, like, I mean, right now he can get signed anywhere else.
Okay. Do you think anyone will take a chance on him, Fernando? Do you think going forward, would you take a chance on him because of all the problems you've had in the past?
See, like, what sucks is that, like, if he's telling the truth, like,
Mm-hmm.
about him actually being injured, like, he's not lying that the Bucks wanted him to play through injury and stuff. Yeah, like
Okay.
like, I see progressiveness element is saying, like, it could happen to, like, what happened with KD against the Raptors.
Yeah, definitely. Progressive
Like,
element is right
something
about
like
that.
that coulda happened.
Definitely.
Like,
Because
but, like, the
I
sad
was
thing even though, even if he is telling the truth, like, it's
sure.
still AB.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
Okay.
still AB, like, that's Antonio Brown, like,
Sure.
it's, like, that's a player that, I feel like right now in the NFL, you could really mess around with, and,
Mm-hmm.
like, it does not matter if his outbreak if he outbreaks, like, if he has, like,
Okay.
an outlash or anything, it just makes him look bad.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, the
like
bad,
like progressive element is saying over here,
yeah.
right? Like what you were saying, the KD thing. I was watching that game and I thought it was a bad idea for him to go back in.
Yeah.
I said, do not go back in because your career is going to be a wrap. And look at what it cost him. It cost him 2 years out of his career.
Yeah, like, what was it, like, an ACL or hamstring
It was
tear?
ACL. Was it
Yeah,
ACL?
no, like, he injured it, like, the game
Of
prior
course.
to that, like, he was so
Hmm.
injured. There was no reason for him to be out there.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Look at Lisa Lyon. She's saying he's already ready. He's already gonna get paid no matter what. I hear you, Lisa. I'm just wondering though, because I guess maybe that's why he lawyered up at the same time. Because now they have to prove between what his words, what he said, or what he said, right? And then what Aaron said on the side. So it's going to
Yeah.
be his word against the coach's word, unless there were actually additional people out there that can hear. Because I think that's going to be something for whether it's going to go to court. Probably not go to court. It's probably just going to be one of those things where they work it out between the league and the league organization as far as the teamsters. What do you
Oh,
think?
And did you see the screenshots that Antonio Brown also posted on his he posted screenshots with Bruce Arians
Okay,
of his conversations with Bruce Arians. Like the first one said like he has a conversation of Bruce Arians saying, make sure you're ready to go tomorrow. We are now resting for playoffs. And
sure.
then Antonio Brown respond, I'm all in, coach. Really can't get to full speed. I want to win, be there. If I wake up tomorrow, feel better. I'll be ready. Kind of rolled it out on the 2 point play. I want what's best for the team. Let me know if I can call you.
So that's killing Eric's
Yeah,
credibility
yeah.
because he's saying, something different when he gets up on the stand. Because
Mhm.
him and Brady got up on the stand and they're talking. They're like, hey, we want him to get better. They're making it look like he's really getting beat with the mental health issue right now. Because a lot of people are saying, man, do you think he got too much hit in his head or what? Why does he keep getting in all these kind of troubles? So everyone
Yeah,
was saying maybe but the way Aaron's was saying at the press conference when I saw him, I'm just like, wow. But when I heard AB came out and said what he
yeah,
said, I'm like, really? That's what happened?
yeah. It's, like, crazy. Well, like, cause he has, like it's not like one of, like, his previous incidents where it's like, "Alright, AB is just completely crazy right here, like, what is
Very
happening?"
true. Very
Like
true.
he's actually pleading a case.
Mm-hmm.
He's also pleading a case. The fact, yeah, it's like crazy. Yeah, well, I just feel like if he actually gets surgery, people watch him go through surgery and everything. I feel like
Sure.
he should be signed next year.
Man, it's just what I'm thinking though. Okay, you remember he was with Steelers, right? You remember
Yeah.
his first few years with the Steelers, he was good, right?
Mhm.
After the last year with the Steelers, everything seems to be, one problem after another after another. Yes, sir? Yes, it's fine. No problem. Thank you, sir. Sorry, guys. Yeah. No, so yeah, after he started to have problem with the Steelers, it was the problem that continued. It was on the field, off the field, from one to another to another. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking out of those 30 something teams that are in the NFL, I think 32, right? Will they be sitting and saying, man, having this guy on my team, would this be bringing problems to my team? Do I want to get involved? Is it worth having him on my team? Because remember, they're thinking about stuff like the public and image. This is more
Yeah.
important to them than anything else. Image over anything else, right? The image quality need to look good. When you think of the Patriot, you say, oh, great image, right? This is always these guys are playing. There's no problem there. When you think about all these, some of the other team, they don't want to have problems where they're saying, oh man, people are shooting up on this team, people are doing this on this team. There's this, it's a stigma that they want the perfection,
Yeah.
when you think about a team. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's why
no,
I'm.
but
Go
I
ahead.
like the 2 teams I could realistically see him getting signed to be the
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore Ravens and then the Steelers again. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the Steelers are always known for having characters,
Mm-hmm.
like and, like,
Sure.
Mike and then AB never really had problems with Mike Tomlin. The
No, he
problems
didn't.
are always with the team
Sure.
and with Ben Roethlisberger. I could
Yeah.
see him having, I could see him having problems with the owner, with the Steelers owner, because he
Okay.
treated because Big Ben was like, owner B.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, what
Mm.
Big Ben wanted is, like, what would happen.
Man, they were saying that he threw that ball at Big Ben, that week. But
Yeah,
Mike Tomlin from Pittsburgh, he was just calm with it. He just said, hey, injury. It was
yeah,
just injury and lack of information. That was it for him because he
mhm,
wanted to keep everything nice and calm.
yeah,
Which is what you're supposed to do, right? Because you're there
yeah,
to play football. You want to play football, you want to win games, you want to win championship. I don't think you want the whole controversy out on the street that the Steelers or the Bucs are not good teams to play for, right? That's not the idea,
yeah, no, yeah, if exactly. Yeah, like,
you know?
especially I mean, but it's so hard for him to draw that narrative on the Bucks at the same time because
Okay,
this is the same team Tom Brady just walked into
very true.
last like, that, like, because last year Tom Brady painted the Bucks as the perfect organization, like, that was, like, the prime example of how you should run your organization.
Oh, really?
That's how, like,
And I
Tom
and
Brady
I and I thought the Patriot was run pretty well, but I
Yeah.
mean he's
Yeah, like,
he's
that's
he's
what I mean, it went from Tom Brady on the Patriots, like, "Alright, the Patriot way is the way," And then Tom
Hmm.
Brady went to Tampa Bay. Is like, all right, like you can actually like win like this as well, like giving the keys to the quarterback type stuff like that. Having some like, but I mean, but you also got to think about that. Tom Brady did play the entire year, all of last year with a torn MRI, MCL.
MCO. Yeah.
Yeah,
But his work is a little
yeah.
different from
His work is different, but
his work
that's
is
also
different from
Tom
a wide
Brady. That
receiver, as you
Tom
know.
Brady would also want to play through that.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
we know his work is different from a wide
yeah,
receiver because you're not taking all those
mhm,
hits. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then like I said, they're going to everyone will judge him, just like how Rashida Marie is saying right here. She said everyone will judge him, and it will happen. They're going to judge him. They're going to say he's
that's what I was trying to
problematic.
say.
Don't get him. Say that one more time.
That's what I was trying to say, that it's Antonio Brown, even though if he's actually telling the truth out here, it is Antonio Brown. He already has that reputation.
Yeah,
That he's
exactly.
still gonna be judged.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to happen. They're going to judge him. I hope after he gets this surgery, and he'll be able to get back into tip top shape and get back out on the field. Do you think mental health is a problem with this one, or you just think he just blew out because of what the coach said to him?
I don't wanna call it mental health,
Okay.
but I do wanna say it's definitely just his personality.
So he
I
has one of those personalities that he'll just blow up.
Like, I mean, and I feel like especially now that he's older, like, is like, now that he's, like, in a s because, like, before he got, like before he became crazy in my opinion, like, he
Sure.
was on pace to, like, be the greatest receiver ever. Like, in
Mm,
stat-wise, he was, like, on pace,
okay.
like, to be the greatest ever.
Okay. Man, I am telling you, if he had the career where it would be smooth like everything else, if he was able to balance, his personal life, along with his business life as far as the NFL is concerned, he
Yeah.
would he would just go down as the greatest receiver as far as stats are concerned.
Yeah, like, he
Because
woulda gone
just
down, yeah, for sure. Cause
yeah,
like, he's still healthy now, and he
he's
showed that
still
he's
healthy. At
still
33
playing at a
years old,
top
he's still
level,
healthy.
and he's
Yeah.
showing that he can still play at a top level.
Yeah. And at 33 years old, he's
Yeah,
still healthy. He still stays in
yeah,
shape. The
exactly.
guy is really fast. I remember he was targeted 9.5 times this season.
Every time
And
he played this year, he balled out this year.
there you go. He was targeted, like I said, 9.5 times this season and like 7 point something last. So they're hitting him. They know with
Yeah,
him on the team, they can achieve big things. And I think that's where each one. So he might be picked up. He might be picked up. We'll see how next year go. But like I
yeah,
said, that's the
and he
question I'm
also
asking everybody that's in the chat. Do you guys think he should be picked up by another team? Or do you guys think this guy is too problematic as far as playing in the NFL? Do you guys think he's too problematic or not? Because Colin Kaepernick did not get that opportunity to be picked up by another team. So
and
it's
honestly, like, and no, I think, like, if you pick him up, you have to be a team that is ready to win, and,
okay.
like and I'm also not signing him to a contract over a year because I do think he is problematic.
Okay.
I do think he is problematic, but,
Okay.
like, I feel like the only thing that kept him, like, straight, like, especially last year was, like, he's looking at the Super Bowl, like, I don't know how, like, when you're
Okay.
looking at the Super Bowl like that, I
Sure.
don't know, what other thing than just to keep it straight.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you're saying that let me see what they're saying here. Sometimes when you're anti-BS, people think you're crazy. I don't
Yeah, see,
think
yeah,
he
that's
is
what I
the
meant, like,
problem.
his
That's what
personality.
progressive element is saying right there, guys. Sometimes when you're anti-BS, so people think he just stood up for himself,
Yeah,
because
that's
he
what I
did say it.
mean, yeah, he called it how it is.
Yeah, he called it how it is. He did say it. He stood up. He said, "Listen, this is my side of the story. You guys know there's like three sides to every story. There's actually the left, the right, and the one in the middle. Where you find the truth." So he said something different from what Aries was saying. In front of the camera. So what do you guys think? Do you guys
Yeah,
think? Let's see what there's.
I like these comments, like, that
Yeah, look at
I
this
like
one
he's
from Darlene
problematic,
Wilkins.
yeah.
His name calling
Yeah,
carry drama.
that one is very factual. That one is very factual, but yeah, I do
Yes, yes, it should.
he is problematic, but he's still I can't say he stays professional, but he is professional at the same time.
Wow. Let's see here. 'Cause I see Mila J. She's saying he should be picked up. I can't tell how many times I grabbed my purse and dipped. Know your worth, king. So there she go. There she go. Yeah, girl. I mean, you have a point. Like I said, he knows his worth. He know he's good. The comments are really nice. Keep them coming, guys. Let me let me know that how you feel. Roll them in. Because I do know. Because at first the story that I had planned until I get real deep into the story. I get in depth and saw
Mhm.
his side of the story, what he was saying happened on the sideline, because of course no one was mic'd up, so we weren't hearing anything, right? I like when they're mic'd up, but no one
Yeah.
was mic'd up. So I just all we saw was him throwing the stuff in the stand, taking off his gears. Like I said, that part is on him. You can't
Yeah,
do that.
that's
You're a
what I mean, that's
professional.
the
You
part that
can't
is
do that.
on him.
You
Yeah.
can't do that. You're a professional.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
what I
can't
meant.
do
You
that.
can't do like, you can't do that. Like, that yeah, that was just the one thing. You just cannot do that.
Exactly. Whatever problems you have out there on the field as an
Yeah,
NFL professional, you're not in college, you're not in high school. That's why they call you the NFL, National Football League.
yeah.
So you're out there, they expect you to act a certain way. You need to be professional about what you're doing. So at the same time, you're having a problem with your coach, I'm pretty sure you can say, hey, I'm not going to play and I'm going to sit there. What is the coach going to do? He's going to pick you up and bring you out on the
Mm,
field? He can't do that, right?
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was, I thought he could have handled that a little bit better than how he handled it. Rashida is saying, I like a little problematic and professional at the same time. Yeah, problematic is this one, professional, not with him. So you can put problematic because his name, professional, was not there. I actually thought when
Yeah.
he went down to Tampa, Fercho, I
Yeah.
actually thought when he went down to Tampa, he was going to be a total different individual. Like he said today in his tweet that
See,
he's
he
working on
he really
himself.
was till the
Okay.
fake vaccination card came out,
Okay.
and, well, like, well, he knew, well, like, 'cause he knows that whatever he says is always, the media's always gonna drag it on or make it a big deal, and that's what I feel like what he was saying, like, a few week like, last week, literally, that, like, the media stirs up stuff, like, well,
Mhm.
like, anything he says, like, it's gonna be big in the media, even if he doesn't want it to, but, like,
Mhm.
but he still causes drama at the same time. And
And that's
those
been
2,
happening for
because
many
so
years.
that's why those 2 go together. Because I mean, the media just loves talking about him, but y
Mhm.
yeah, dude, it's just, you just
Well,
cannot do that.
and that's the thing. When it comes to
It's
Antonio
yeah,
Brown, everything about it
yeah,
spells drama. So every
yeah,
time I see him on a team, I'm just
yeah.
wondering what's next, you
Yeah,
know?
it's just like, yeah, you just can't do that.
you know? So, you can't explain, but we can just, okay, here is someone, Darling is saying, we can't see his actions. So even though he can explain, but we just his action. Yeah, darling. I mean, that's the thing. His actions is his action. I mean, like I said, I've been following this guy his whole career almost, so I know how he is. All I wanted him to do is just play football and be professional, and you could be great. You'd be an excellent individual. I mean, you could lead kids, but at this point, I mean, it's tough. With you have too many baggages, too many problems over the years. From 2018 to now, it's just one problem after another. After a while, you have to start asking the question: is the problem the individual, the human being, or is the organization around you? What are they saying? Let's see here. I think he should just leave his gears as a souvenir for his fans and wave goodbye. You see that comment? From Progressive Element?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that? He said, I think he should just leave his gears as souvenirs to his fans and wave goodbye. He's just basically saying, leave his career. It's over. Maybe he's not ready to wrap it up yet, man. Maybe
See, like
he's still lacking some money.
when I saw that happen, I genuinely thought he just retired at halftime.
I thought so too.
I
I
thought he
thought so
just
too. I
said,
thought it was
"Alright,
a
I'm
wrap.
retiring." I
Yeah,
thought that's lit
yeah, I
like,
thought it
I
was a
thought he
wrap.
said, "Alright, I'm not losing to the Jets, I'm retiring."
Yeah,
I thought that was what happened. But, like,
sure.
also think about, like, a college player doing that, like, he is not stepping on an NFL field ever.
No, no.
I don't
His
care if that
career
was
ended
Joe
before it
Burrow,
started.
like, it does not matter if that was, like, Joe Burrow, like, when LSU won, like, Like,
Hmm.
he is never stepping foot on an NFL field.
No, not at all. Now tell me about those fake vaccine cards. You remember those?
Yeah.
Those were for a minute. You remember he
So
did that?
what was I think it was like a chef or something. He didn't pay a
Sure.
chef, or
Uh-huh.
his chef got angry at him. So
Okay.
then he, like, told somebody in the media, or, like, told the Bucks organization that Antonio Brown had a fake vaccine card. Like, he was fine
Oh,
and everything till, like, his chef, like, told on him.
yeah.
He, like
But guess what? We can't beat the fake vaccine card. I can leave to the side. I can't beat
Yeah,
Antonio Brown on that because you saw Aaron Rodgers did the same thing.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
come in, you tell people, "Hey, I'm vaccinated," and then you're
Yeah,
not
Aaron
vaccinated.
Rodgers
Come
basically
on.
did the same thing, just a
Yeah,
different
basically
way.
did the same thing.
Just
So
a
image
different way.
wise, they both damaged their images in that way. The only
Mhm.
difference is Aaron Rodgers might have only got into one problem, maybe two over the years.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
guy's in a problem every 6 months.
yeah, well, Antonio Brown got suspended for 3 games, but at the same time, he was already in IR, so he was gonna miss those games.
Okay, okay. Lisa Lyon says too many baggages. It's a disgrace. That's what me and Fernando said. That's just the only thing that's it's hindering the way he plays the game.
Yeah, you
Darlene
cannot
Wilkins
lie
said he
about the
needs anger
talent.
management.
Like,
Yeah,
the
it
talent is
hinders the
there,
way.
but, like, it actually just comes with so many baggages.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree with that, man. Because I'm seeing that. We'll see how it go. We'll see how it goes going forward. After he's finished with surgery, however the case goes out. Whatever happened to his lawyer. And whether they'll bring a case, and see what's going on. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's next. Hey guys, so if you want to jump in, please the click is in the chat. You guys can jump in and be a part of the conversation if you want. Let me know what you guys think. Should the teams pick him up? What are your opinion? Colin Kaepernick was not given a chance to be picked up by a team, and he did something a lot less. This guy did a lot more things over his career. This guy just made Colin Kaepernick just made one mistake, and or he doesn't even look at it as a mistake. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think this is the way that some people get it, some don't? Let's see what else you guys are saying in the chat. I think Fernando dropped out the chat. If you guys want to chime in, you guys can call me also. You guys can call me. We can do a face-to-face chat. It's like Fernando. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. If not, we can just keep the conversation rolling inside the chat, see how you guys are doing. Please remember to like this video, guys, when you get a chance. Please remember to share it with all your family members and friends. Please remember to support the channel. Thank you very much. As Jurian is saying also in the chat, what are you saying about this thing here? Come on, fake vaccination card should be an embarrassment. Well, Lisa, like I said, it's an embarrassment, but it should be an embarrassment for both of them. It was not. Antonio Brown was a fake vaccination card, and then the other one, Aaron Rodgers, he just went and said, he took the vaccine, and he didn't take the vaccine. So I don't know which one is worse. Which one is worse than the other? I mean, they're both lying. They both lied basically to the system because at the same time you have people around you that's getting sick by this illness, and people need to get their vaccine, and they believe so much into their vaccine to protect their family and their loved ones. So both of them, for me in this case, it's a disgrace as far as role models that our children are looking up to. Each time our children are looking up to these guys on Sunday, they're playing ball, we're seeing them on our TV, they're signing cards, signing football. So I agree with you on that one. It's a disgrace as far as both of them are concerned. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Progressive Element says, no, I was saying he just wanted to toss his gears to his Bucks fan as a souvenir. Okay. And wave goodbye to them. So you think that's it? Maybe it was a wrap for him. So he was just saying, retirement is a wrap. I'm done. I don't know about that. I think the guy, 33 years old, man, he's still got a lot more left in the tank. I mean, I get it. The average football career should only be about 5 years because you take those hits. But when you have a guy that good at 33, I mean, he's running, the way he run routes and the way he catches ball. You have a lot of guys that are coming out of college that not playing the caliber and the quality of football like Antonio Brown was playing in Tampa, or with the Steelers or over there in New England or even up with the Bills. So, like I said, this guy is definitely beneficial to the league. You guys can tell. There's some benefit going on with him to the league because if he was not beneficial to the league, if not people were not watching him, and he was not bringing any kind of quality time every time he's on the field, then just imagine, he would be there would be no benefits and nobody would want to see him. The NFL would not want to see him on the television. So sometimes you got to think about it. Maybe something like that, where he's beneficial to the league and the league like having him around because of what? He's able to get people to watch the game because wherever he's playing, he commands the attention. And him and Brady, they just make a big team. Let's see what else you guys are saying. That's what fake cards putting people at risk. Okay, Darling Wilkins says, that's what the fake cards that's putting people at risk. Yep, very, very true. Hey guys, like I said, the link is in the comment area. So you guys can also jump on here and have a conversation with me like Fernando. Like I said, you don't have to show your face based on how you guys feel. He's not being a team leader. He needs help. That's what Lisa Lyons is saying. He's not being a team leader. He needs help. Well, we're not sure if he needs help or not. Like he said, he seems to be okay so far based on what we're seeing. But just right now, he just said he was forced to play when he's injured. And of course, we can't have people trying to force people out to play the game of football when you're injured. I understand the numbers count. I understand they want to win football game, but that's why you got to have the mental, the next man up mentality. Like one is down, you get the next man up. It's just the way it works. It's a sport, and of course, you expect injuries to happen. So I think, and this is what he's saying. This is his side of the story today. After he releases his tweet and he was talking, he also said though, while he released a statement that he gave, he was appreciative of the Bucs for the opportunity they gave him down in Tampa. So, I mean, that's showing that he doesn't have any bad feeling with the team, or I'm not sure. And maybe it's showing them that, he's doing better as a person, becoming better. So maybe they should give him a second chance down in Tampa. I mean, this is possible. This is football. And the numbers are what count, right? That's it. See what else you guys are saying. The Avatar, So who would you describe this wild thing to someone who's completely no clue what's going on, no clue what's going on? Well, Avatar, this thing, like I said, it's a football player that plays for the Bucs that was just released from the Bucs after playing one season. And it's just because he said he was injured, but the coach, was yelling at him on the sideline. That's what he was saying. So because of that, he got up and started throwing his gears, and then throw his shirt up in the stand. Like I said, that's the only part I thought was not professional, and you're playing a professional sport. And then he walked off the field. So, you just imagine you pay somebody to play your game, you're paying them millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then they just get up and walk off the field. I mean, of course, you're not going to want that person on your team. So this is exactly what's happening. This is what everyone is responding to as far as what do you guys think? Do you guys think another team should pick him up? Do you think his career is over? We know his career for Tampa, based on what the coach is saying, it's a wrap. But do you think his career is over? Is where we're at with this one? Should the NFL even get in and said, what? Because I think they said the NFL, he didn't break any NFL norms or any of the procedural stuff. So it was between him and the team. I think that's exactly what's happening. Kirby46 says there is two sides to every story. I wouldn't be hurt on, let's see here. I wouldn't be hurt on, go to work for nobody. Okay. That's what Kirby's saying. All right. So Rashida Maria is saying the COVID is an embarrassment in itself. Well, yeah, definitely. It is. It is an embarrassment in itself. But like Kirby was saying, there's two sides to every story. So we heard his. We need to hear the other side, because so far we just heard a small press conference. They just spoke about it for a little while, and that was it. So it was a wrap there. So we need to hear both sides of the story. Were these things said like he said they were? He said he told his coach and told everyone there. But press conference said something different, because the coach didn't go on the press conference and said, hey, this is what happened. He just went on and said, this guy gonna continue on, but not with the Bucs. So that's when we knew his time with the Bucs was over on Sunday, right after the game. It sucks though for him, for a game that they won, because it was only 1 minute. Brady took 1 minute and 20 seconds to run that ball up, and with 15 seconds left, he was in the end zone. So it would have been a good part. It would have been nice for him to be a part of that win. That would be excellent opportunity. I think so. Let's see what else you guys are saying here. Fernando Mosqueras, he says, what do you think about Rudy Gobert testing positive for COVID again? Man, people are not wearing their mask, man. People are not wearing their mask. People are tired of wearing their masks, Fernando. I think that's what it is. I saw a guy the other day, Storm Monroe. He came on and says, "People wear your mask." So people are not wearing their mask, and that's really what's going on. And with this new string of COVID, you know, it's happening. At this point, it's just I don't know. He was one of the first. Rudy Gobert in the NBA, he was one of the first to test positive. So that was a little crazy. But let's see. Let's see how he handled this one, or how the NBA deals with this one. See what else you guys are saying. Last time the whole NBA was shut down. Yeah, but a lot of people died since then, Fernando. Right now, all of us that got COVID before and got out of COVID have, we have the antibodies. The body's feeling a lot better. They're not shutting down the NBA anymore. Whoever died already died, and whoever is going to die is going to die. I think that's it. I think that ship has sailed. Maybe in the next 100 years for the next pandemic. We'll see how that goes. Okay, Progressive Element is saying, I don't think he was thinking retirement, but I did think he's okay. It was with the Bucs. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. What else you guys are saying? Okay. Guys, like I said, I have the link in the chat just in case you guys want to jump on here. If you guys want to have a conversation up here, let me know. Like I said, you don't have to show your face. It's all good. You guys can just talk if you want. But let me know how you guys feel about this evening. Darren Winkers says, how many chances can you get? Man, this guy's like a cat, Darlene. Okay, this guy's like a cat. You know how they say cat have 9 lives? That's how this guy is in, for the NFL. Because I'm just counting up just a few things that happened just from Pittsburgh in 2018 to the Browns, then 2009, no, not the Browns, but the Bills. And you have 2019, and then 2019, so many things happened from he got sent to the Patriots, and then on his way down to Tampa. So when you count up the few things that happen, it's almost like your 2 hands are full. So like I said, this guy is like a cat. He got 9 lives. Okay, that tell you how good he is, though. That tell you how good he is as an NFL player. You got to give him his props. The guy is very good at what he do. It's just if he can keep stuff, calm, and keep his personal life personal, then we'll be okay. We can just watch football, and but maybe that's his character. Maybe if it's not like this, it won't be him. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Good evening, everyone. Valadina saying hello, guys. How are you? So, do you get the avatar is saying, so do you get paid even in a lose game? Yes, you do get paid, avatar. Let me add you to the stream. Hey, good evening, the avatar. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
So, hey, yes, you do get paid in the in a losing game. What's going on? What do you think about this guy down in Tampa?
Who?
This guy down in Tampa. What do you guys think about? What do you think about him, Antonio Brown, and the Bucks letting him go? Yes, you think another team should pick him up?
From what I've heard about him, I think they should, at
You
least
think
give him a chance.
you think they should at least give him a chance after all what happened from the 14? Because I think that was his fourth team. He went from one team to another to another. So you think still someone should pick him up, huh?
Oh, I thought this was his first team.
No, this is his fourth team. He was in Pittsburgh, and then he went to the Bills, and then from the Bills he went to the Patriot. That's what we were saying earlier. And then from the Patriot, and he's down in Tampa. So problem seems to follow him, is what we were saying when me and Fernando was talking. But yes, the problem seems to follow him, and I think this is the reason why they're like, man, people want to mess with him. The guy's good. You got to give him that. If you've never seen him play, just go look at some of his highlights, and it's gonna impress you the way he played.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's already had like his second chance and third chance and fourth chance.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. At this point, like I said, he's like a cat. 9 lives they say a cat has. He has about that money in the NFL. Most people, you mess up one time in the NFL and it's a wrap. Look at Ray Rice out in Baltimore a few years ago. He messed up in the NFL. That was a wrap. Then you have Kaepernick, he just nailed. I didn't think he messed up, but he just nailed right there, and then that was a wrap. His career. There's the list goes on and off. Normally, the NFL or the NBA, if you mess up, they just get rid of you and next man up mentality.
So was he kicked from all his previous teams for similar reasons?
He had small problems. Like for instance, in Pittsburgh, he had the problem with they said with his coach or with the quarterback, not so much with the coach, with his quarterback. And at the end of his career, then they traded him. So they traded him because of that reason. Then he went to the Bills, and of course he didn't stay there long. It wasn't even a year, and then they traded him. And when he went to Patriot, he had the same issue. He had some issue with some misconduct, with sexual assault, misconduct, something like that, sexual misconduct. And then he was sending threatening text message after they told him, man, stay out of the limelight. And then now he's down in Tampa, but they said this time he's saying he's injured and they want him to play when he's injured. Maybe this is not his fault. Maybe this one is not his fault, but we're not sure. But just because of what happened in the previous, I think this is the reason why they're judging him in this way.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's the victim in this scenario.
Yeah, it seems like he's a victim in this scenario, but they're going to use your past to predict your future. This is what we do with almost anything. So I think this is where we're at. Rashid Marie is saying, everyone is due to mental health episode here. Oh, that's funny. There she go. There's her comment, right? Everyone is due to mental health episode a year, guys. Yeah, it's mental health is serious, but I'm not sure if this one we would call it mental health. I'm not 100% sure on this. It's he seemed like he was doing pretty okay. So yeah, Avatar. So yeah, man, appreciate you checking in. Thanks a lot. We appreciate that. Keep the support.
Yeah.
Please remember to share the channel, and thanks a lot for checking in.
Always will.
All right, man. Thank you. Yeah, guys. So that's what I have this evening as far as Brown down there. Anyone else want to jump in? Anyone else have anything else they would like to say? AB left the money. BJ says AB left the money on the field, and it's not the first time he's doing this. You're right about that. He left the money on the field, but at the same time, he left the money. He left bad taste in people's mouth, because that's not the way you do it, BJ. You have to, after so many years of experience, you think you do it a little different. He's coming off the field. He could have just sat there, or just get up and walk off the field. In the other sense, he didn't have to get up, take his gears off, take his helmet off, start throwing things in the stands. He was making a statement. So not only was he leaving the money on the field, it was leaving another part of his reputation. Even though a good part of it is left on the field after all these years of playing in the NFL. Let's see here. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Lisa's still talking about the fake cards. The fake cards should be punishment. Yeah, Lisa, this that one is hard to say. Hard to say what the punishment should be. Please, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button for me. Remember to hit the like button. Remember to share this conversation with your family. I'm pretty sure we're going to be having a lot more of this conversation, especially if another team pick him up. We're going to be like, whoa, AB get another chance. But like I said, he's good, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's picked up. Lisa Lyons is also saying, and people that say that don't wear their mask. Yeah, a lot of people are not wearing masks. People are tired of the mask, Lisa. I think that's what it is. They're trying to get back to life as normal, but I think the more we wear the mask, the faster we can get back to life as normal. I think that's what it is. We just have to do it for a short period of time so we can get out of, the habit of wearing masks. Because of course I'm tired of the mask myself, but I just want to get this thing over with and behind us, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. See what else you guys are saying. Okay, let's see here. BJ said he wasn't rejected for the fake cards. Management welcome him back. AB is a rapper now. He's a rapper? Really? I saw him at the Nets game the other night. He looked pretty good, though. No, he looked pretty good. He looked like he was a lot less worried than we are for AB. I'm telling you, he looked pretty good. So maybe he wasn't spending his money. So AB is a star, but unfortunately, he can't handle stardom. Man, he was looking real good the other day, BJ, at the Nets game. So yeah, guys, like I said, my thing is in the box. If you guys want to comment, you guys want to chime in, you guys want to call me right here. The link is in in the comment box, down in the comment box, just in case you guys want to have a word or two with me. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Progressive Element says Michael Vick. What about Michael Vick, Progressive Element? Because he had two opportunities. Remember, he was a star in Atlanta for a while, and then after he had the issue because he was the whole dog issue down in Virginia because he's a Virginia resident. Remember, he came back to the NFL and he was given a second chance. He played a little while with Philly, and then after that, I don't know what happened to him. It seems like he just fall off. But he had a second chance. I thought his career was a wrap. I didn't think they were going to give him a second chance either. BJ said he's not a victim, nah, but he's a great player. Who can't handle his greatness? BJ, you're right. That guy is an excellent player, not just a great. He's really, really good. I mean, if you have him on your team, you're going to be excellent. Because remember, this guy would easily get 100 catches. When he was with Pittsburgh. Do you think he was making it getting? Do you think he was making it get to his head, BJ? What do you think? This is the reason why I'm asking. Do you guys think another team should pick him up? Because for NFL players or people that just like sports in general, this guy can play ball, and people like to watch people play ball. Do you think his career is over? What do you guys think about that? Let's see what else you guys are saying. Of course, it's not the way to do it. No, definitely not the way to do it, BJ. Definitely not the way to do it. Lisa Lyon said, it doesn't matter how good you are, you need to be fully responsible for your actions. Yes, definitely. In this country, you have to be fully, and every country, you should be. You have to be very, we as human beings should be fully responsible for our actions. Whenever we do something, we need to be responsible for it. That's what we teach our kids, right? I'll give him a pass for this one. He was just saying goodbye in a flamboyant way. That's what Progressive Element is saying. You're going to give him a pass for all the other ones also? Well, hey, I'm pretty sure someone is saying, or maybe his agent is saying, man, I hope they're hearing you, convince the other teams that, because there's a lot of teams out there that need an AB on their teams. There's a lot of losing team that just can't handle it. Let me see what Nika is saying. Let's add her into the chat. What's up, Nika? Good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening, everybody.
What's up? Good night. How is everything?
Everything's good. I kind of want to chime in, so
okay. Let me know
I
what's
don't
on your
really
mind.
know too much about sports per se. I don't
Okay.
watch sports like that, but I don't know. I'm pretty big on mental health, and I feel like this guy's been. I feel like he's been crying out for help, if you ask me. But yes, being in the NFL, you are held to a higher standard. I get that part. Maybe,
Very true.
but I feel like too, with all these, every team, he's just messing up. He's just doing something, and I feel like his coaches, his management team, I feel like they should have, probably stepped in too, and helped him get some, some kind of psychiatric help or whatever the case might have been or something like that. I don't feel like it's too much of a him thing. So I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Well, it's quite possible, but we're not sure because he said in his tweet, that people are talking about mental health behind the screen, that they want to help him in a certain way, but in public, they're saying something different. So if mental health is the issue, I think the NFL should take it up and say, you know what? If we have a problem here, we should start treating it. In this case, I'm not sure, but it's been happening for so many years. I think after the first 5 or 6 years of his career, he started to have one problem after another after another. So could it be mental health? Quite possible. We're just not sure.
Yeah, I get that.
You see what I'm saying? And mental health is very serious. It's very serious, and it affects a lot of people. So I definitely feel bad if people are going through mental health, especially if he's going through it. I mean, is there a way to test for mental health these days? We have so much technology. Do we don't have one that can test for mental health?
I'm pretty sure we do. Evaluations, things like that. There's so many different resources out here. So I don't feel like there's like any excuse if that is the case.
If that is the case, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're down in Tampa, right, Nika?
Yeah.
So this is your guy. This is your guy, for your hometown Bucs. So
I don't even watch sports. I just, I see what I see on social media, and if I'm intrigued by it, I just, I read into it a little bit more, but
I
don't know anything about football.
Okay. But I think these days that's where we're all doing everything anyway on social media. Somebody's sharing something. And when he put his hand up and walked off the field, I'm pretty sure somebody made a meme or two about it on social
Oh
media.
yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen a few.
Yeah, that had to be something,
Yeah.
Yeah. So BJ is saying, I hope he gets help and then maybe he'll get restarted, or gets a restart. We'll see, BJ, because he's supposed to have a surgery that is going to be doing very soon. So let's see how that goes. you know. But yeah, so that's it, Bon. That's it though, Nika. So that's where we're at. Let's hope that's not the case. And hey, appreciate you chiming in, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
All right,
Thanks for
we'll
having
talk.
me.
Talk to you
Good night.
soon. Happy holidays to you.
Same to you.
All right. Let's add. Good evening, Doc. Hey, Doc, you're on. Can you hear me? I think your mic is muted. Did I mute? I didn't mute your mic, right? Okay. That was the doc calling in, but Dr. District, but yeah, his mic was muted. Hey Doc, you can call back. I'm gonna drop the link in the box just in case you want to call back, voice your opinion, let me know how you guys feel about it. Yeah, let me know how you guys are thinking about this one, man. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I want to my question this evening, I had a few of them actually. Is AB career over? Is this a wrap for him after everything that happened down in Tampa the other day? So this is what we want to find out. Don't think Tampa's going to give him another chance. Is there one of the other teams that are out there? Because he already damaged his reputation with 4. So right now you figure there's another 20, 28 maybe. Yeah, because I think there's like 32 teams. So yeah, so he still has a chance to jump back in the NFL if someone is willing to give him an opportunity, to give him a chance to come back out and prove what he's worth. BJ say I love him and TB12 together. Okay, all right, very, very, very. Yeah, they're very having those two together. Having Brady and number 81 together, well, X81 at this point. Antonio Brown. Yeah, they're very, very good. Because even in New England, you watch them play in New England. They were solid in New England. They got into Tampa and they were able to bring it together along with Gronk. Don't forget Gronk, BJ. Don't forget Gronk. You can't forget that dude. He handles that thing very well. Wherever Brady is at, he's going to be there. But he doesn't have. It's different talents. They're not the same individual, not the same talent. So see what you guys are saying in the chat. If you guys want to chime in, please remember the link is in the box. You guys can just click on that and jump up here, have a conversation. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see here. BJ says he craves his attention, but maybe on a break he'll get some counseling. So you think he need counseling? Okay. I don't think he'll be picked up this season. Now, I don't think he'll be picked up this season. Like he said, he's going to do surgery. His ankle, he has a problem with his ankle and what's coming out of his ankle. So he said he's going to do surgery. So definitely the season's a wrap for him. It's a wrap right now anyway, right? Because next month is February. That's the Super Bowl for all of us, and that's it. It's a wrap. So the game is over for this season. It's just bad that it ends at this point, because it's so close to the end of Super Bowl, and we're going into playoffs, and I think it's a bad time for a team, and maybe that's why the coach was upset. Who knows? But at the same time, a human being is a human being, So if a human being said they're injured, that's all you can do. You can say, hey, they're injured. I can't play them. So yeah, I wish him well too, BJ. I definitely wish him well. It's an unfortunate situation for him. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I follow. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, I follow the career of this guy. I follow the career of most of them. So we'll see how it goes. I wish him the best. Hope everything goes great with him going in the future. But yeah, guys, that's it for me today. Appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, guys, please remember, please hit that subscribe button. Whoever you know that don't subscribe to the channel yet, please tell them to support your boy. Send them that link and tell them hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, the button also, so you can get the notification. So when I'm jumping on here with a topic, we can all have this conversation. We can sit here, talk about this conversation. My traveling conversation is coming soon, guys. I'm working on that. But yeah, I'm working on that. So one step at a time. Let's get this ball rolling. I appreciate everyone here this evening. Somebody says send him to the Lions. And subscribe. BJ said, love your channel. Appreciate it, BJ. Thank you very much. Send them to you guys, send them to your friends, send them to your family. I appreciate you guys being here. Peace and love, like I always say. I'm gonna see you in the next week. Please take care of your guys' self, okay, and your family. Peace and love. Love you guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Doctor Disrespect, you're coming back? Doc. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Doc says my apologies. Doc, I can't hear you. Seems like you're muted. I'm gonna get your opinion real fast before I end the show. Seems like you're muted, or did I? Let me see if I can unmute you. You're muted, Doc. You gotta hit that button on the screen there to unmute yourself. I can see here that you're muted, so I can't hear you. You probably I know you can hear me, but I can't hear nothing you're saying. So if you can just hit it won't unmute, Doc. Sorry about that, man. I want to hear your opinion too. Yeah, it won't unmute. Yeah, I apologize about it, Doc. I don't know. Modern technology, it has this moment. I don't know if you want to go out and come back in and try one more time and see how that works. So Rashida is saying maybe you could just use your phone, Doc. That's what she's saying over here. Use my phone sometime. Let me jump on with Lisa here real fast. Lisa, girl, good evening. ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
I'm
How are
doing good.
you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Giving you love, giving you love.
Thank you, Lisa. From day one, you've been there. I see the love on your forehead. I can see it.
Yes, yes. I was gonna
Talk to
ask
me
you a question. What do you think?
about this. About him being picked up by another team.
Mm-hmm.
He's too problematic, Lisa. He's too problematic. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. As much as I love the guy and his talent, I respect him, on the field as a talented person. Like I said, I've watched him his whole career. I like watching him up and down. I like the way he run routes. I like the way he catch the ball. He's very fast. To the
Right.
NFL, he's a big he's a big asset to the NFL. But personally, for me, I couldn't pick him up. He's just too problematic. And so many problematic things happening over and over. There's just one too many chances, man.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You see what I'm saying?
Whatever
So
you
that's
said.
just personally my opinion as far as AB is concerned. I couldn't do it. No,
Yeah,
but
I
maybe, like I
definitely.
said, BJ was saying maybe somebody will give him a chance. BJ saying, "Hey, Lisa." So BJ will maybe saying someone will give him a chance. I don't say don't give him a chance. I'm just saying personally, in my case, I couldn't pick him up just because of all the issues that have gone on with him over the years.
You know, someone may give him a chance, but
Sure.
it's too many things with him. Because I watch football before like nonstop, especially when
Okay.
the Eagles won. I'm an Eagles girl.
Okay. Your Eagles girl.
Happy. All
Okay.
you really when they won, I was like so surprised, and that was like the biggest thing for the Eagles. And
Mm-hmm.
then the next year, what they did, they messed up, and then when they start messing up, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch football anymore. It's a waste of time to me because I have so many other things to do. But
Of
I
course.
catch it here and there, you know what I mean? But Tom Brady's good. That's one thing I can say about him. I always say he should give other people chances to win because he wins and wins and wins and wins, and he's a good player. But this guy has too many flaws and acting like a baby. I did see that scene that he walked down and threw his stuff, and that's childish. People are looking. Don't think that people are not looking. People are looking at your behavior, and now you're hurt. That's fine. You're all hurt, but when you overcome your injuries, are you going to change the person that you are? Or are you going to be a better person and see that you have flaws? And I don't think he's ever going to change his ways, especially
Mm,
so many times. And then he emailed that girl, he texted that
okay.
girl.
Sure.
And then the false mask, the ID card, that's an embarrassment. You're a football player. People are looking at you, and especially kids,
Of
with
course.
their fathers, mothers, or whatever, the ball games. Football games. I think
Hmm.
football is one of the hardest injuries, like that
Sure.
boxing. You get
Sure.
hit in the head. I know you're protected, but you get hit in so many other places, and your injuries. You can overcome your injuries, but can you overcome who you are? You know what I mean?
I
Because
got
he
you.
is
I got you.
definitely a trouble person. He
Sure.
is. That's a trouble person. And if my opinion, I agree with you. I would not pick him at all.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just think it's too there are too many kids. You're an asset. You're a great asset. I don't disagree with that. But there are too many kids watching you. The NFL try to hold themselves to a certain standard. When you have all these kids watching you, you have all these people watching you, not just here in the United States, but around the world, because we play a few games each year down in Mexico and also in England. So
Right.
you're leading with examples. You have to lead with examples. And these are not the examples that I'm trying to set for my children that are watching. So, like I said, personally, I couldn't pick him up, for my team. But maybe someone else think that his talent, will overlook, what he is or what he has done in the past. Well, like BJ is saying, they said they were going to mentor him. They were going to mentor him down in Tampa. But it's tough, BJ. It's really hard to say if it happened, if it did not, because you know how it is. Personally, people are who they are when they leave the field.
Hmm. And he's an embarrassment. That's how I feel.
Sure.
And there's some movie stars take their kids, and it's like, okay, if he can do that, it's okay for other people to do what they're doing, or even in life in general, not even football. Kids
Okay.
take that, okay, I can do this, I can
Okay.
do that. He's a football
Okay.
player and do this because he's a mentor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big
Sure.
honcho, and kids are
Mm-hmm.
seeing that, and then they have it in their head that it's okay to do the things that they can do because of
Sure.
he you know what he's showing.
Mm-hmm.
He's an embarrassment. That's how I feel. I feel that he should not be picked. He should overcome his injuries. That's fine. If the injuries are maybe, God has plans for everybody. I feel
I agree.
like
I
sometimes
agree.
things happen for a reason. But when you know you were injured and you did what you just did at the last time with being a baby and thinking it's okay to do that,
Sure.
are you, how old are you? How old are
Le-
you?
yes, the
Are
question.
you
That's the question you asked.
turning it backwards? Are you 2 years old or 23? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a football player. You should be setting an example
True.
for your peers and everything, especially if you have children. Don't Does he have children?
I don't.
Does
I'm not
he have
sure.
a boy?
I'm not sure if
A
AB
boy?
has children or not. I'm not sure if he does or not. I don't remember if he has children or not. I never dig so much into his personal life. It was mostly about his, professional life on the field. Lisa, hold on for me 1 second. Let me see if I can get Doc in here, if I can hear him now.
Yeah,
Doc, you still
yeah,
look mute.
that's fine.
Doc,
So
go
I'm
ahead.
trying to get my mic.
Doc, you're still muted, my friend. Doc is trying to get a point across, but he can't get the mute off of his phone.
He's unmuted. He's muted.
Yeah, that's what we're realizing, that he's muted, but he can't get it off. Because I'm looking at the screen right now, Doc, but you're still muted for some reason. I can't unmute it. I try to do it, but it's telling me I can't unmute it. So I don't.
He has to unmute it.
Yeah, and it's not happening right there. BJ said he has 3 children. Lisa,
Yeah,
BJ.
see, I knew he had children, and at 30, wow, 30 something years old, he has 3 children.
Uh
Wow.
huh.
So is he showing a good example to his children? And the embarrassment when the kids go to school and they get older, oh, your dad did this, your dad did that, your dad, texting these girls or whatever the case might be. Oh, your father's having a tantrum. So he's not setting a good example to his children,
Mm-hmm.
and that's an embarrassment to his children and the bullying that the children are going to get in school, especially how old are their children, his children?
That's a
I
good
think I
question.
thought he I thought he had like a 9-year-old or something.
Yeah, I can look it up and tell you right now, because I didn't. I wasn't sure. Like I said, I always kept with his professional life, not so much what's going on in his personal
That's a
life.
lot of
You
kids.
know. So
For you to be acting like an
'cause
idiot, if you're acting like an idiot, basically.
you see, I mean, you see how he is as on the field as a professional. Just imagine if you had to keep. He gave us more than enough to keep up with on the field. Just
Mm.
imagine if you have to look into his personal life and all the other
Um,
stuff that goes on with him. I'm just like,
exactly.
this is just too
Is
much.
he, is he having tantrums at home with his children and acting that way too? If he acts that way in a field, being
making the type of money that he's making, I am
Mhm.
sure that his wife is dealing with some bullshit. And she's
Yes.
just sitting there because his 3 kids, he's married or whatever. I thought
Okay.
he was married. I thought he had 1 or 2 children, but I think his oldest is 9 or something.
Hmm.
But there's the doctor. He's saying
Yeah.
something.
Thanks, Doc. Yeah. Yeah. I just put it up. I said, thanks, Doc. He can't come in. So he said, next time we'll check in. No problem, Doc. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
Oh, boo.
Remember to hit that subscribe for me. No, it's not me though, Lisa. It's been working. Lisa, his kids are 13. Someone here saying 8 or 9. So his kids are 13, 4, and 7. So
Okay,
yeah, so they're
that's
young kids.
13. And I'm talking about this is like grade school.
Yep.
And
Remember, I have a
embarrassment.
13-year-old here, Lisa.
They're not little babies. So just imagine when they go to school and it's like your
Sure.
daddy did this, your daddy did that. It's okay,
Of course.
or the things or the people or the kids think it's cool and it's not cool.
I
Because he
agree.
has a very toxic behavior. His behavior is very toxic. That's what
I
it
agree.
is.
I agree.
Florida, I hate Florida. Florida's doing so bad. I used to watch the football in Florida like a couple
Yeah.
years ago when I came
Yeah.
here, and I
So
was like,
many teams.
oh, they suck. I don't know how well they're doing now,
Okay.
but just I just know that he should not be playing football anymore. He should retire and
Mm-hmm.
hang up his stuff. Like somebody said, just cheer the crowds. Uh, maybe it's
Yes.
going to be his last game. And his last game being an embarrassment because he's
Yeah.
already had so many embarrassment. And I'm sorry, he had too many chances, too
Okay.
many chances to keep on being a bad boy. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's
Yeah.
trying to
I
be a
agree.
bad boy or trying to be a good boy. I don't know what he's trying to be. I think he's
Hmm.
mentally he needs help. Mentally he needs help. And I don't think mentally somebody's going to help him. If even if he goes to how you say counseling, I don't
Counseling.
think
Okay.
counseling's going to help him because he's so oh like he's so macho. Like,
Hmm.
you know, I'm a football player. Why should I have counseling? You know what I mean? So that's his attitude with everything. Because I've seen him talking
Okay.
sometimes,
When he's doing
whatever.
interviews and stuff.
Yes. And he's to me, you ever saw his interviews?
I do. I do. I follow the
What
guy, so I know.
what do
I
you
know what
think
he does.
about his interviews?
I mean, just like a regular football player. You very rarely find them like a Tom Brady or even like even when you think about some of the young football player these days, like even when Kaepernick used to interview, I still like the way he interviews. But I mean, his interview is just more laid back, more low keyed. I mean, nothing much. He doesn't say much. He just relax back like some of those other guys do. They're football players. They're not
Yeah.
speakers.
Yeah. So if he's acting up, why is he not talking? Like, you know what I mean? If you see the interviews, you say he's laid back and everything like that. So why isn't he acting the same way by talking when he has the interviews? His
Maybe
behavior.
he's more like an action guy. Everything you've seen with him is always action. It's on the field is action. In his personal life is action. Everything that happens with him is like an action guy. It's like an action figure. You don't hear him speak much about the stuff that's going on. You always see it and hear about it from other people.
Well,
Hey, light bulb, how are you?
actions speak louder than words, and he's showing some actions by speaking louder than words. Of how his
Very true.
behavior is the number one factor. I don't care how much money you make, but your behavior and the
Very true.
toxicity, what you have and what you're doing, and especially if you come back, who's going to take you really? Everybody's going to be laughing. He's going to be a laughing stock. That's what I believe because the way he his last words, what he did, walking out the way he did, and
Sure.
that
Sure.
was called for. That I don't know what was that. What was that?
People are going to have it in the back of their mind when they think of AB, when they think of Antonio Brown. That's what's going to pop up in the back of their mind, the way he last left the field, the Bucs game, because they're going to say, well, your team was down in the third quarter. I think it was
Right,
20. Yeah, it was 24. It was 24-10. The Jets was winning. And then
right.
you left. And then the team had to come back and win the game without you. So you're going to leave this thing in the back of their mind. People are used to you on the team that's winning and contributing, to those numbers going up.
team player. If you're not a
Sure,
team player, you should not be there. That's what people
sure,
are going to look at. Even his teammates.
of
Oh,
course,
this guy's walking off like that, and we won the game without him.
sure,
Well, we don't need him. So that too. It
of
takes it
course,
everything. Everything is. It's like everything goes in a row, and the way your behavior, everything's a factor of what you did. It
sure.
just is a. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Sure, sure. No, I get
It,
you. I get you. I totally understand. I totally understand, because I get it. Because you've seen so many things with him. I get why people are frustrated on one side. Like in this case, if he's right about them forcing him to play with the injury, do you think we should overlook this and say, you know what? Because you were right, it wasn't your fault.
when
You
no
now
no no
you're saying the way
no.
he got on the field, he shouldn't have done it the way he got off the field.
You were a crybaby. We're not going to
Okay.
feel sorry for you. Your
Okay.
injuries are your injuries. You sustain your injuries, that's fine. But
Sure.
the way you walked away and the
Okay.
team won without you,
Okay.
and the team must have been, I know they were talking shit about him and a locker room and everything. Even
Man.
could you imagine what the coach was feeling or thinking? Like, oh my God, did this just happen? Because
Sure.
when you always see something happen, you're like, you can't believe something happened. It's like, oh wow, did that just happen? And that's
Hmm.
an embarrassment,
Sure.
basically. I'm telling you, Jason, I was a football fanatic. I'm talking about I was screaming like my father.
Hmm.
My father brought me up military. We're all a military family. God bless
Hmm.
us. Anyway, my father loves wrestling, and he still watches wrestling,
Okay.
and he watches football. And
Okay.
I used to watch football when I was a little girl. I
Sure.
mean, by my father watching football, and I just stopped watching football honestly about 2 years ago because I was really a football fanatic.
Okay.
But about 3 years ago, whatever. When did the Eagles win? Like 3 years ago, 2 years ago?
I think no, it's a little bit longer than that. The Eagles won a little
Wow,
bit longer.
it's been
Yeah.
that long.
Man, time is flying, Lisa. I'm telling you. What did BJ say? BJ says, you don't jump ship with your team. There's a lot better way to end things. Did I just see Bruce Aaron press conference today? That's the thing with the press conference. I don't think the press conference told a lot of story. BJ, I thought, because if Antonio Brown is saying something and the press conference is saying something else, then I think we need to get to the middle of it. We need to see really what happened. That's why, like I said, I wasn't swinging at him. This might not be his fault. I'm just thinking it's just too many things that are happening. His
Yeah,
name carry controversy. That's what I'm
right.
saying. His name carries
Toxic,
controversy right now.
toxic.
Personally, me as a team owner, I wouldn't pick him up. Everybody else, somebody else might. There's still 28 more teams. There's like
Yeah.
32 teams in the NFL, so somebody might pick him up.
But when they pick him up, like I said, it's going to be like with his, like I said, going back to his kids. You know what I mean? That's fine.
Sure.
They can pick him up, but he's not going to change because he has that mentality. I can do what
Okay.
I want to do when I want to do it. And
Okay.
the last string that he just did, this
Sure.
thing was an embarrassment. Doing
Hmm.
what you did, you shouldn't have did that. That's period. That shouldn't, and is no excuse. He should apologize. Screw his injuries at this point. It's about you need to apologize to the people of how you walked away, especially your teammates. Your
Yeah.
teammates, you supposed to be a team together. You're not supposed to be separation and do whatever you want and think just because you make this type of money. There's people I'm sure in his team that's making more money than him. And
Hmm.
are they acting that way? No. He's acting very immature, like a little kid, like a little baby in a candy store that can't get his candy. And that's how he's acting. And three children, he should be ashamed of himself. Period.
Well, to defend at least something that he said today, he said he did not quit. He did not give up on his team. So I got to give him credit for that. He said he was cut. He's injured and he's going he's going in hard for his team. So I have to give him credit, because he came out and he said that. And he said, hey, I thank the Bucs for the opportunity that they gave me. So at least he was thanking the organization and he's feeling I just think his emotions get ahead of him. I really think so. I think that's the thing with him. His emotions get ahead of him.
He's not 2 years old, Jason.
No,
He's
he's
not
not.
2 years old.
He's
He
not.
walked out of there embarrassing everyone and himself, I'm sorry, an apology is not going to make it. It's not going to,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I'm sorry, it's done. The deal is already done. What's done is done. There
Okay.
is, what apology do you have? It's done. What you
Mm-hmm.
did, it's not, I'm not going to accept that apology. I won't. Because what makes you think that it's not going to happen again? It's going to happen again because he's toxic. He's a little
Mm-hmm.
child that don't want to grow up, and he needs to grow up, especially the money that he's making, especially having children, to show his, he has to mentor his, he has to mentor his children to be a good father, to be,
Mm-hmm.
first be a good father, be a good husband, and be a good football player at the end. But at the end, when you do these things, that is going to catch up to you at the end. It's no apology. What's done is done. Why are you apologizing? Because you walked away like an idiot and you just threw your stuff? What
Yeah.
apology is that? So you're
Yeah.
you're saying it's okay for him to do what he did and apologize about it? No. How about the other things that he has done?
I got you, Lisa.
Like the
Lisa,
car and
they
so on.
said he was cleared for, the medical team cleared him before he played on Sunday. So, but at the same time, he said he was injured and he had an examination. I think on Monday he was going to do some surgery or something, but they didn't do an outside. I wanted him to get like an outside specialist. I thought that would have been better for him. But
Outside,
still,
exactly.
this doesn't make his behavior correct the way he got off the field. That's definitely not the way we're looking. That's not the example you want to set.
Do
So
you
that's the
think
only thing I'm beating him for.
they set this up pretending he's injured?
I hope not, because they want to win. You want to win the Super Bowl. I mean, for Tom Brady, if he can win the Super Bowl every year, he'll be perfectly happy. Why would you be? You don't want to be injured.
Right. If you wanted to win the Super Bowl, you wouldn't have walked away like that. You would have sat there and you would have said you're injured and you would have stood your ground and just sat there and not and talk to the coach and not embarrass yourself by walking away. If you really wanted to win the Super Bowl, why did you walk away? It's nothing that can explain there's no explanation for him walking away the way he did. I don't care how injured you were, you should just
Mhm.
sat down, be responsible,
Okay.
and grow up. That's it. You know, walking away like that. No, that's not the case here. If you want
I
to win
got
the Super Bowl,
you. I understand.
I think they're setting something up.
Really?
I think so.
Well, wait and see. Let's wait and see.
I
Super
think
Bowl is like the first what? The first Sunday, the second Sunday of February. So yeah, we'll wait and see. I'll be watching.
so. Why would you accept his apology? His apology. Why?
Who's accepting his apology?
You said, oh, I loved what he said. Blah 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 blah.
No. I'm not accepting apologies. I'm saying at least he was being respectful to his teammates and to his team when he said what he said. He hasn't apologized for anything, so there's no apologies need to be accepted. He just said some things about his team. So I said, at least that was something good. It's a good start going forward. But like I said, if he was injured and they were forcing him, to play, then I think that's the team responsibility and the coach responsibility, that they should be held, responsible for that. You can't have an injured player play. But
Right.
at the same time, it's not the correct way to end the game and walk off the field.
Not
You're
at
not
all.
leading by example. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
So
saying.
so why are you saying that you accept whatever he said to his
Because
teammates?
he said it. He said that is because remember, Lisa, like I'm saying, is there's three sides to the story. I've always said this
Mhm,
from the beginning, right? There's the left, there's the right, and there's the middle, right? So the
mhm.
coach said one thing, and Brown is saying another thing. Contrary to popular belief, even though his past is as messy as it is, we still, have to be proven guilty in the court of law, right? We're innocent until proven guilty. So he
Right.
said something different from what the coach is saying. So at least he was
Mhm.
respectful to his teammate. He says, "Thanks for the the opportunity." He did not quit on his teammate. He was cut. So you have to give him the benefit of the doubt until he's proven otherwise. That's all I'm saying. That's where
Thanks
I'm
to
at.
the teammate for walking away. It's no excuse. I'm
There's no
sorry.
excuse for walking away. We can agree with that, Lisa. No doubt about it. I don't think anyone should ever, um, you know, um. So BJ saying he never apologized for anything. That's exactly what I'm saying. He never
No,
apologized for
well,
anything. No, he did
uh,
not.
I
did
thought you
not.
said something about apology.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no, he did not. I'm just reading some of the comments that was going on. Hey, Lisa, appreciate you jumping on with me today, man. I'm going to wrap it up. Let's
Hey,
keep.
you're not a man.
Huh? I'm gonna wrap it up, Lisa. We'll talk
You
soon, though.
beauty man. I'm not no man.
I'm gonna wrap it up, and we'll talk
You
soon.
know I
Now,
got love for you. I got love for all of you.
I
But
appreciate it, Lisa.
the ones I
Lisa, you're a
listen
big
to, I got
supporter.
love for all of you guys. And you guys are my life. Like every day, if I can jump on, I can give you
Thank
love
you, Lisa.
and
Thank
talk.
you.
Being a woman,
Yeah.
I used to be a good, at football, but I know a little bit, but a little bit something, something, something. But he's toxic. He's toxic.
No, I got you. I got you. Yeah, but it's all good. No worries. I mean, yeah, we appreciate it though. All of us appreciate it because I talk to the other guys and everyone appreciate you jumping on. So definitely, it was a nice conversation. Thank you so much for spending the time with us this evening, and yeah, we'll talk soon. I'm going to
Yeah, I'm waiting for, I got two people that joined from my family, and
uh-huh.
I'm saying your number should go up,
Okay.
because you have a good conversation. You converse really good with things that you say.
Thank you
And
very much.
really, and some of the things I don't agree, what you say about especially the truck driver with the 110 years. You didn't even finish that story about the 100. Did he get 110 years, or did they knock 10 down, or is it 10
No,
years
yeah,
now?
I finished the story because I did two videos. What happened is he got 110, and then the district attorney, which was put in office last year, she decided that after the 5 million people got out and put their petition
Right,
in,
right,
then they decided to say, hey, she went to talk to, wanted to lower the sentence. She and the
right,
judge, they were going to bring it back to the case, but before it could happen, because the case was set for the 13th of January. And then
right.
what happened was the governor stepped in. Governor Polly stepped in. I'm taking it under some form of pressure because and he commuted the sentence. It wasn't he didn't commute one sentence, but he commuted that guy's sentence in it and gave him like 10 years. So he's not coming out of jail until 2026, but it's a lot better.
10 years. He gave 10 better than 110.
It's better than 110.
Better than 110.
So
Better
that's
than
what I was saying.
110.
Yeah.
And are they putting it, because my understanding, this is what I wanted to ask you.
Mhm.
He owned that truck.
No, he worked for a company. I don't think he didn't own that truck.
I thought somebody told me he owned that truck.
No, he did not own that truck.
He was like an independent contractor owning his truck. That's what I
No,
heard.
no, he did not own that truck. They say he worked for a trucking company. But what happened is, Lisa, you're ultimately responsible for the equipment. And
Responsibility is yours. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yeah.
you're ultimately responsible for the equipment. So this is what happened. And when you go up, a hill and you're coming down, if you come down that hill out of a certain gear, you're in trouble. And there's nothing you
Exactly.
can do with the brakes because 80,000 pounds, there's no brakes that can stop that thing.
Especially in the snow or something like that.
Exactly.
There,
Exactly. So,
they're like state troopers that watch you when you go past the way stations.
mhm.
So I don't understand why he didn't do what he was supposed to do as learning to be a CDL driver. Being taught that. I don't understand it, but I'm glad he got 110. Well, not no, I'm not glad. He should
I'm
got more.
not glad.
He should have got more than that. He killed four. One of the people, one of the families they killed
Okay.
was a friend of a friend's dad.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa.
One of the the family member. So
Okay.
I feel for the family. The family's grieving, and
Of
I
course.
feel 10 years. I didn't know you said that. 10 years is nothing compared to you having 110. Yeah, but you killed 10 people.
Four
Period.
people. He killed four.
I mean, I'm sorry, 4 people. I'm sorry, he got 10
Yeah, he
years.
killed four.
He,
Yeah.
he killed 4 people. That's somebody's mom. That's somebody's dad. That's somebody that probably, never will graduate, will have children, will never see. You know what I mean? So many factors,
Very true. Very
and
true.
I don't believe that they should have gave him 10 years. He should have got more than that. I'm sorry. You
Well,
know,
the district attorney, she was thinking 20 to 30. I guess if they did the case that was going to happen on the 13th of January, they were
right?
thinking more like 20 to 30, but the governor commuted it and said, hey, 10 should be good because
Wow.
you figure he's going to be right now. He's in since what? He's in about 3 years right now, right? About 2, 3 years he's in jail. And then he won't be eligible for parole until the 26th. So not the 26th, but 2026. and then 5 more years after that he'll have probation. So I think he was he was put in a bad situation, Lisa. I think whoever gave him the driver's license, he didn't get the proper training. He was lacking a lot of stuff, because you're coming down those mountains and you see the runaway ramps, you're going to run to one of the runaway ramps, because if you're going faster than the speed limit and you realize the truck is out of control, you're going to lay it down, or you're going to put it in the runaway ramp. You're not going to wait till you get to the bottom, because when you get to the bottom, you're going to find cars, you're going to find all this traffic at the bottom of the hill.
Right.
So it's very sad. I'm so sorry to hear that someone that you knew that
Yeah.
lost family member. It is
Yeah.
very, very sad. It is a sad situation both ways. I feel bad for the guy myself.
He got to 110. I didn't know he got 10 years. That's a shame, because he should have got more than that. I'm sorry. He should have been responsible for that truck, period. No matter what. You're supposed to check your tires. You're supposed to check everything in that truck before you load that truck, take it away, and you're supposed to be responsible for it. If you know something's wrong, you tell the trucking company. But he did a big boo-boo by not doing what he was supposed to do. It would have saved all those people's lives if he would have done that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. I mean, people are agreeing and disagreeing on this one. It's flipping on both sides, as it is a crazy, crazy, crazy situation. It's one of these that we haven't seen this much attention on. But I really believe that I think whoever gave him the license messed up. I really believe so. I think, I really personally believe, after going through CDL training myself, that more training is required. I think they need more training so we can be safer on the road. You know what I'm saying? Because there are so many people that are around us and we can't give life. So, taking life precious gifts. It's tough. It really is tough. So it's something that we don't want to go through. It's not something we want to happen,
Mhm.
and it's just really sad, on his part, for his family and for the family of those that lost loved ones. I feel
Exactly.
bad. Yeah.
I
So
think I think he should have got more. But I have my CDL license and hazmat.
You still have the hazmat?
Oh yes, I do. Yes,
No,
I
really?
just got tested. I get tested every 2 years.
Sure.
And I still read my books. I still
What?
read things. Yeah, I still, because it's so important. So many things can happen, and these people out here have no licenses. These Mexicans, no
Hmm.
disrespect to the Mexicans that are on here, but these Mexicans are out there with no license, and they're driving 13, 15, 17, 18 hours without sleeping just to get the load here, to get here to point A, B. And when they catch them, that's why they go to the weigh stations. Yeah, okay, that's good and dandy, but at the same time, you have no license. You have no
But Lisa,
license.
don't you think, Lisa, though, like, when you think about it, sometimes the companies are pushing these drivers too much too, don't you think so? Sometimes I think the companies are to be blamed also. Because
Yes.
sometimes they're telling you, oh, if you don't do it, we're going to find someone else. And they're pushing these drivers, and they're pushing them to do things that, legally they're not supposed to do, especially when it
Oh
comes to
yeah.
the driving so many, because you're only supposed to drive 11 hours and be on duty for 14,
Right. On the
so
clock.
that's only
On
3 hours to
the
do something else. Exactly.
Exactly. Well, they lowered it down now. You have to have, it's about 10 hours now. If you're driving a big, like the piggybacks,
Hmm.
you have to have at least 10 hours of
Okay.
sleep. If
I
you
sleep
don't
out.
sleep, and
Sure.
things like that, and every day you get tested for COVID, you have to wear your
Hmm.
mask, and things like that. Because I still have people that drive trucks and things like that. I still keep up with my license. Being a woman, I think that's so important, because
Hmm.
don't see so many women out here having CDL
Yeah.
license. And
Sure.
especially hazmat. Hazmat is harsh. You make a lot of money. You make a lot of money, but it's scary because you're carrying hazmat, and
You are.
you like the gasoline, you can explode
Sure.
with the truck, and it's that's it. It's you can't even get out of that fire. Once you explode, or
Very
somebody
true.
crashes into you, or you crash into something, people falling asleep, doing the things that they do, and the things that they do out there is unbelievable. You will not believe the stories, because you're still doing trucking, right?
I still do. Yeah, I still do some aspect of the trucking. Yes, I do.
What are you driving?
Right now, I just drive the small truck, like the most of the Ram, that the
The box
dualies truck.
truck? The
Yeah,
box truck?
a box truck, the dually. I mean, I haven't driven the tractor trailer in a few years. So but yeah,
Okay.
I'm still in some part aspect of the trucking.
You still have your you still
CDL?
have your license for your
Yeah,
yeah, your CDL
still have
for
CDL.
the
Yeah,
tractor
still
trailer.
have.
Are you gonna go back to tractor trailing?
I don't think so, Lisa. I don't think so. I mean, I had my moment there in tractor trailer, like I told people on this channel before. I've done it from Florida to Washington State and in between,
Yeah,
and then over to
exactly.
Maryland. So yeah, I've done it across country. I've seen a good portion of it. So I don't think I want to get, especially with kids. That's it
Oh,
for me.
are you
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
your 2 children, right?
I got two kids. Yeah, I got two
Oh,
kids.
you're
Yeah,
so cute.
yeah. Remember, I got to send these kids to school, so I can't be
Oh
going on the
my
road.
God, he's so cute with the curly hair
Thank
and
you,
the
Lisa.
glasses. He looks so smart. He looks
Thank
like he's gonna be a lawyer or something. You can tell. He's a
thank you.
little shy in the camera, but he's gonna be smart. You know why?
It's
Because
all good.
you are on their butts. I
Thank you,
can tell
Lisa.
you as the
Thank you.
father and the mother,
Thank you, Lisa.
mother and father, is very important to have in a household.
Very, very.
And you are teaching your children. I know you stop them from being in the computer certain times. I heard that. I
Yeah,
follow everything you say.
you
The
have
kids
to.
not
You have
be in the
to,
computer
Lisa.
time. Time they should not be. I could talk forever. You know that.
Lisa, you told me the last time you're going to open the podcast, Lisa. But look at what Light Bulb is saying. She's saying that she's talking about the bus driver. She's talking about the airline pilots. Overwork, all of this stuff. Yeah, I agree. Light Bulb, you're right about that. Sometimes they're pushed to do these hours, and we only realize that they're pushed for these hours when there's an accident.
Yes,
When there's an accident and we're looking for somebody to blame, then this is what happened.
exactly.
You see what
My
I'm saying?
girlfriend is 95 pounds, and she's like uh, 4'12". She's a little girl. I think five, almost 5'1". Almost. She says she's
Wow.
5. She
Wow.
a tractor trailer every single day. Walmart. She does the Walmart trucks, and
Really?
they sleep. They go to hotels and hotels. Overnights here and there.
Uh-huh.
She don't have no kids. She has her dog that her dog goes with her everywhere,
Sure.
and She goes back home to Florida. She has 2 houses. I guess 3 houses. And she travels all
Okay.
over the world, but she makes a lot of money. Uh, And she's the one who tells me
Gotcha.
all the stories that's out there, the people, what they do out there in the roads. And,
Hmm.
this is not a sex channel, but you can imagine what I'm going to say. Some of
Hey,
these,
Peaches Royale, how are you? Peaches is checking in.
oh, I was
Um,
waiting for her to come on. She's always coming
yeah,
on.
that's what I'm saying. Peaches missed the show. Peaches, you missed like the good part of the show, man.
I
Huh?
always hear you say peaches, peaches, peaches,
No,
Roy.
Peaches. I always say Lisa Lyons and I say Peaches Royale. Come on, you guys are on here all the
No,
time,
I
so
never.
I have
This is
to.
the first time I caught you live. This is the first time I caught you live. So,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
No worries, no worries. All
yeah.
right, Peaches, no problem. I know you can't stay. We'll catch you next time. No worries. Lisa, I'm going to run. I appreciate it very much. Thank you guys very much for being here. All of you. Thanks a lot again. This is another great live. Yep, gonna work on my other topics and we're gonna get it rolling.
Jason, you're always
Yeah.
begging people to call, 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 and now you get me off the phone. Are you serious?
No, Lisa, no,
Are you
Lisa,
serious?
Lisa. Lisa, you're killing me. Lisa, we're
I
going to run. You're killing
make you smile. Your beautiful smile.
Make sure you call on the next show, Lisa. All right. We'll see you on
Of
the next show.
course.
All
Every
right.
show. When I come in live, I promise I will call in every show.
Yeah, I saw you on Storm Monroe. I was like, oh, there's Lisa.
Oh, was I a baddie? Was I
Nah,
a baddie?
you were down in I think you were
I was
down in what,
saying the
Punta Cana or
truth.
something.
Huh?
Yeah. I think you
I
were
was
down on the
talking
island or
about
something.
I was talking about Stormy being with a mixed girl. That's what I see. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of
Yeah.
people didn't like that. They were like, it's whatever. If you don't like it, call the show and say something. People hide
Mhm.
behind the channel and they're trolls and they don't say anything. And they want
Yeah.
to, but they don't want to say anything. Show your face. I always show my face when I come live. And this is like my
Okay.
third time I came live ever,
Okay.
like
All
in
right.
the last month. But
The last month, right?
yeah, first time I ever went live was with Tasha K,
Okay.
Tashita, and you were there. Remember, you were there.
I
You
was there.
started
I
the
was there. That's been a
channel.
while. That's been a while.
No, it wasn't. A month and a
Yeah, it
half.
was like
A
yeah,
month and
that's a while. That's 6 weeks, Lisa. That's 6 weeks. That's a
a,
long time.
a month and a half. You've been
A
on
month and a half.
a
Yeah.
month and a half. You
We
just
we
started. You
spent
newbie.
we spent
You
two and a
newbie.
half hours. Yeah, you remember? We spent 2.5 hours on that live, Lisa.
Exactly. I know. I don't even want to talk about that. I'm happy. I'm
All
content.
right. All right. All right, Lisa, no problem. I saw Lisa and Tasha Kesto. All right, BJ. Yeah,
Love
we
you
saw you.
guys. Next time, call in
Love you
even
guys.
longer.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate
I
you checking in.
do.
All right.
Too.
Bye, love. All right, guys. So, yep, that's it for me. Lisa just wrapped the show. I'm gonna just, say my last part here. So BJ says I saw Lisa. Okay, there was a Peaches Royale. She came in and came out. All right, Peaches, appreciate it. Hey guys, to every one of you, appreciate you guys being here this evening. Thanks a lot for checking in, for spending the time. Wait for the next show. Let you guys know. All right, remember to hit that notification and please send the link to your friends so they can subscribe. Thanks a lot. God bless. Peace and love.